Hello and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, September. Where did that come from? Today is Sunday, November the 10th, and this is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And it's time for another one of our meetings. So I hope everybody's having a great November so far. Not September, like I said in the beginning. And in case you don't know what tomorrow is, we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes for just a second. But hopefully we're going to be able to get comments tonight because that would be super awesome, Facebook, if you would cooperate. But it is Sunday, why do I keep trying to say September? Hello, Shirley Ann. Hello, Marlene. But it is Sunday, November the 10th. And hello, Elise. And comments are working, so that is awesome. If you're watching this live, please say hey, hello, because I love to say hey, hello back. Hello, Jessica. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. If you don't want to see all the hi, hellos, feel free to grab that little scroll bar and drag it on over to about 10 minutes because that's when it kind of dies down. Hello, my Christy. Hello, Claudie. Good evening, Bernice from Northeast Texas. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Tedders. Hello, Myra. Because, yeah, I'm not going to listen to any squalling right now about us saying hi, hello. So I would love to say hi and hello to you. Everybody would like to say hi to you. And if you're brand new, please be sure and let us know so that we can give you a special shout out. And hello, Sherry from Connecticut. Hello, Loretta. Hello, Teresa from Kentucky. Hello, Kim. Oh, and sorry, Teresa, we beat you all last night. Yeah, I went to bed at halftime, so I didn't get to actually see it, but yeah, we won. Yeah, and hello, Kim. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Star. Hello, Angie. Yes, Barbie's back tonight. Hello, Sylvia from Canada. Hello, Patty. Hey, Tatters again. I kind of jumped the gun because I saw your name come up. And hello, Cheryl. And hello, Lynn. Hello, Sandra. And hello, Sandy from Northeastern Kansas. Hello, Jennifer from California. Hello, Kathy. And I don't know why my watch thought that I was talking to her. So sorry, she was talking to us for just a second. Yeah, so did it already say Jennifer from California? Hello. Hi, Kathy from Iowa. Hello, Brenda from Wisconsin. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Hello, Janice from Iowa. Y'all are from all over tonight, aren't you? Hello, let's see. Hey, Kim. Hi again, Lynn. Hello, Joyce from west of Ann Arbor. Hello, Lisa. Y'all are chatty tonight. That's very good. That's awesome. Hello, Gail from Texas. And Gail hasn't been here in a little while, so everybody welcome Gail back. Hello, Betty. Hello, Carla. So it is November the 10th. We're already kicking it through November. Hello, Jennifer from Pennsylvania. Hello, Trish from California. And let's see, Trish just got back from her WW meeting, and she got all the good facts. Because that's not supposed to start until tomorrow. So I'm curious to find out what you found out. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Renee. Hello, Dale. Yeah, Dale's excited to be here. Hello, Tracy. Tracy hasn't been here in a while. So hello, Tracy. Hello, Haley. Hello, Sandra from Chicago. And gosh, there's a lot of you all, and a lot of y'all saying hello. So that's awesome. Awesome. And don't forget, if you're brand new, give us a shout out so that we can all welcome you. Hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. Hello. And hi, Irma. Okay, so hold on a second. I feel like I missed something on Gail. Let me see. Let me scroll back down here to Gail. Let's see. Oh yeah, just Gail hasn't been here in a while. I guess I said that. Yep. And hello, Maria. Hello, Renee from Bristol, Tennessee. Not too far from here. Yeah, awesome. Hello, Tag. So great. That is awesome. There are so many of you all here. So again, oh wait, let's see. Elise said all the Sunday meeting people got their info today and the app goes live tomorrow. Okay, so that's good to know. That is good to know because I would have gone to a workshop today had I known that. Because apparently in our area, they're not going to hand everything out until tomorrow for some bizarre reason. Hello, Deborah from Mississippi. Hello, Nancy. Yep, Gail's going to get back on plan this week. That is awesome. Hello, Sylvia from Oklahoma. And okay, well, in our area, they said, well, at least at our workshop, they told us that they were not handing anything out until tomorrow. So not sure why in my area we're not getting ours handed out until tomorrow. And Angela says they did hand it out today in Knoxville. I would have tried to go to a workshop had I known that. Okay, we are not here to talk about the new materials because I didn't get to go. I didn't know that they were giving it out today. So we are not going to talk about that today, okay? Okay, because I need to get a little bit of a head start on that before we start talking about it. And hello, Vicky. Okay, what we are going to talk about though is the fact that the new program does roll out tomorrow on your app. So everybody, please make sure. Hello, Ozma. Everybody, please make sure that you know what your login is. That you know what your login and your password is. I don't know that your app's going to need that. I don't know that you're going to need to log back in, but you never know. And there have been times in the past when you've needed to. So yeah, so everybody please make sure that you have your login and your password. Should be rolling out on the apps tomorrow. Don't know what it's going to look like. Hello, Tina. Don't know what it's going to look like yet. I haven't gotten a preview of it, so we will all find out on our apps tomorrow what it's going to look like. Those of you that have physical workshops, hello, Barbara. Yeah, Barbara's back at it. So for those of you who attended a physical workshop today and got a one-day heads up on all the info, don't spoil it for the rest of us, because the rest of us won't find out until tomorrow. But anyway, next week, that is November the 17th, we will be talking about all things new plan. So technically 3 new plans, I guess, but remember, don't blow it. Do not blow the secret. So no chit-chatting about the new plan. But we will be talking about that next Sunday. That is November the 17th. By then, I will have had 5 days to research it, 5 days to look into it. And Angie's leader said to make sure that your app is up to date, because it will need to update again. Oh yeah, look at my nails tonight. So I tried one of the petite ones. I tried one of the petite sets today, and I liked it. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, Casey does Color Street Nails. So hello, Roberta. So if you're interested in that, I never did my nails, but Casey does Color Street, and it's Casey Bohannon. Yeah, on Color Street. Okay, so we're not here to talk about Color Street. We're just going to show you all my nails because I thought they turned out really cute. Hello, Evie. So today is November the 10th. Tomorrow is when the app changes. So be sure that you have, thank you. And y'all can talk to Casey about how to get these. But quickly, I know we're not here to talk about nails, but quickly, I did use a set of the petites. I used a set of the petite nails because a whole lot of the holiday colors are in the petites, and I wanted them, and I wanted to see how the petites would work, and Casey happened to have these in stock, so I went ahead and snagged these just to try them out. But anyway, so how to update your app. So tomorrow, and Vicki, no, I am not a lefty, but I use my left hand for a whole lot of stuff. I use my left hand for my mouse. I do wear my watch on my left hand. But anyway, hello, Kathy. So today is the 10th. Tomorrow is when the app updates. So be sure that you know how to log in. Be sure that you know what your login and your password is. Be sure that your app is already up to date. I do not know how to update from an Android phone. So if somebody does, please let me know, because I am Apple. So from your Apple phone, it should automatically update. You should not have to do anything. I will let y'all know first thing in the morning if mine did update, because y'all know I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I will know probably by about 3:30 or 4 o'clock if it's already updated. If it has not already updated, you can always, on Apple, you can always go to the App Store and you can go ahead and pull the app back up again. On rare occasions, sometimes you have to actually delete it and then reinstall it if you do need to do that, just to kick it in. But I will let y'all know just as soon as I get up in the morning if it's already updated. So I'm super pumped to see that. But again, we're not here to chit chat about that. I will have had 5 days of in-depth, you all know that I'll end up studying it, figuring it all out, deciding which one I'm going to try, giving you all suggestions on, what to do. So that will be next Sunday. So that will be November the 17th. So do not forget to be here on November the 17th. So if you're brand new, if you've been doing this for 25 years like Karen and I have, or if you're just lost about what all of the what all the newness is about, you want to be here next week, November the 17th. Okay, so that is when we're going to do that. Okay. Quickly, let me show you a couple other things. If you are a physical workshop attendee, I do not know if they have these for people that are digital only, so please don't ask me. I don't know. I don't have access to find this out. So if somebody knows, then you can fill us in. But I do know right now for the physical workshops, they are running a countdown to 2020 challenge. And yes, YouTube people, I know this is backwards, but for the countdown to 2020 challenge, we are playing a bingo game. If you are a physical workshop attendee, do not forget to pull up, or let me go back to next week real quick. If you want to attend a physical workshop to find out about the new program, you can attend one. Don't know if that's in all areas. I know it's in our area, but you can attend one. Okay. But for those of you who do attend a physical workshop, we are doing the Countdown to 2020 challenge. It's an 8-week challenge, and we're playing bingo. And so the bingo, you get 5 in any direction, and every week you're going to go in and tell your leader or your or the hostess or whoever, the receptionist, whoever checks you in, you're going to tell them one thing that you did that week. So be strategic about it. Don't just go in and say, "Oh, I lost weight." Well, you wouldn't just go, "Oh, I lost weight. I lost weight," or I posted on Connect, or had a non-scale victory moment. You're going to want to be kind of strategic about which one you tell them to make sure that you think that you can fill in something in any direction, because you're going to want to get 5 in a row, across, down, diagonally, whatever, any one of these rows, columns, or diagonally. You're going to want to do that so that you can get your charm. So we're getting a charm at the end of the 8 weeks. So you want to get your brochure. So if you are a physical workshop member, you're going to want to get your brochure. Also, I wanted to point out that if you are a physical workshop attendee, hello Melissa, they have new charms, and of course we got all of ours caught up because Gwen is awesome. So they now have 15, 20, and 30 pound charms. Before, you got an award at, let me think, I think it was 5 pounds, 10% of your weight gone, 8 weeks. Alan Meyer just said over 100 people are on. Yay! So I'm hoping next week we're going to be like a ton of people, since we're going over the new program. But anyway, so we had, so you're going to get all of the, so you can get all of your charms updated. Again, I do not know if this counts for digital only people. I don't know if you all are going to have access. Hello, Sue from New Zealand. I don't know if y'all are going to have access to these charms, but here in the United States, and I just threw that in because Sue's here, but here in the United States, we did get a catch up. So we were missing charms for 15, 20, and 30. So we used to just get stickers to put in our book, but now you can get those. So I have caught up on all of mine. They do have a 50, and then I think it goes 50, 75, 100, and then 150, 200, and then I think it goes by 50s. So, but anyway, so if you were a physical workshop attendee and you have passed 15, 20, or 30, you should have, if you passed 25, you should have already gotten your charm for that. But how fun are these? So be sure that you get caught up on your charms if you're a physical workshop attendee. Okay, now let's jump right in. Since I've been chatting, let's jump right into this week's meeting. So last week, who sat their bottom in a little chair? So who attended a physical workshop last week, sat your bottom in a little chair? Give me a thumbs up. If you were watching this with us live tonight on November the 10th, give me a thumbs up if you sat your bottom in a little chair. If you attended here with us last week on the chat live, or if you did both, give me a heart. And if you are, oh no, Kathy says there was no heat at their meeting place on Friday and the leader wanted to leave. Oh no. Melissa, I'll have to show y'all sometime what I put my charms on. I have an old WW little thing that clicks like this because I don't like the new one that has the little balls on it. I will warn you, if you have one of the ones that has the two little circles with the little balls on it, tighten those suckers down. Yeah, I lost a couple of charms trying to lose that one and had to get them replaced. But anyway, so thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair, hearts if you sat your bottom in a chair and attended, or if you just attended here with us. And ooh, hello Nancy. Nancy was trying to find the live chat. And don't forget, if you all are brand new, if anybody is brand new, if this is your first time with us, let us know because we would love to give you a shout out. But if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Or if you're watching this later on Facebook, or however you're watching this later, if it is not still November the 10th, then you're just going to have to say that you either attended a physical workshop or with us here, or you can find the emoji for a thumbs up and a heart. But here are your Bravo stickers. So bravo for everyone who did that. Last week, we talked about 7 truths to get you moving. So everybody that did your homework last week, bravo again. I am going to say really quickly because I'm having to talk really fast. You are going to need to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper for the second part, not for the second part of this, for the second part of just the meeting portion. Hello, Nancy. It's been a long time. It's good to see you too. So we were talking about 7 truths to get you moving more. Y'all did really well with your homework this week. Not in the top 5, but you still did really well, and you had some really interesting ones. So bravo stickers for everybody that did your homework. Also, extra bravo stickers for everyone who is doing their 30 days of thanks. And I'll explain both of those real quick. Your homework last week was to find a truth about exercising, something that you always thought to be truth that really wasn't the truth, or something, or some fact, that you had just found out. Oh, and thank you, Vicky. So I got a lot of you all said that you thought you had to sweat for it to count. A lot of you all said that you thought that you had to exercise first thing in the morning for it to count. A lot of you, me included, thought that if you couldn't do, 30 minutes to an hour of exercise, that you might as well not even, that it didn't count. Not true. It does too count. Let's see, what were a couple of the others? Oh, one of them was that exercise, somebody did point out that exercise did not have to be expensive or cost any money. And she actually listed a whole bunch of things that you have around your house already, like canned goods, bottles of water, things like that you could, your own body weight, things like that you could use to exercise with. So those were really good ones. So y'all had some great ways to move ideas. The girls that are doing the 30 days of thanks, extra Bravo stickers for those. I will be catching up. We kind of took today off. Oh, and Carol, there's still lots of things that you can do with a broken ankle. Can y'all help her out? And I will try to circle back around to you, but you can definitely still do things with your arms. You can do leg lifts without putting any pressure on your ankle. You can do, kind of lay on your back, do the bicycle thing, with your feet. There's lots of things that you can do without putting any pressure on your ankle. Please don't put any pressure on your ankle. Yeah, Lynn says chair exercises. So you're getting ready to get a whole lot of great ideas from these girls. So the 30 days of thanks, you all have had some really, really good ones. Of course, we've had the ones, like thank you for my wonderful husband who does X, Y, and Z. Thank you for the, thank you for hot water. Thank you for heat. Thank you for air conditioning. Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. We've had all of those, but we've had some really good ones like, thank you for letting me catch the red light so that I missed the wreck that was ahead. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. We had thank you for letting me hello Jennifer, for letting me have to go to the hospital for X, Y, or Z, so that they would find out that I had whatever the thing was, so that they could find that out and you could get it taken care of. Thank you for doctors that make you do certain things. There have been a lot of really good thank yous. So I highly encourage you all to go back and read some of those. I'll try to figure out how to do that tag thing again. I think it finally started working at the end of the 30 days of why, which by the way, we have not mailed out those t-shirts. We were slammed in the showroom this week. I mean, like awesomely slammed. So thank you for lots of new customers this week. But anyway, y'all are doing a great job on that. So keep that up. Okay, and it looks like a couple of you all are experiencing a glitch, but because this is probably still recording, I'm going to keep talking. Okay, this week, this is what you need your piece of paper for. So those of you who can hear me, I want you to write these words down. There are 24 positive traits that are shared by people. There are 24 positive traits that are shared by people everywhere that are, the VIA Institute on Character has identified 24 positive traits shared by people everywhere. So if you take a look at that group of things, you need to, and yes, if you have not already messaged me about your shirt, please send me a private message. Okay, and that was Myra that was asking about that. Okay, so there are 24 traits that this institute has come up with that are character traits, and they are character traits of successful people. So I'm going to name all these off. I want y'all to jot them down or jot down some that sound like you, and then we're going to pick 5, when we get done. When we get done at the end of this, we're going to pick 5. So as quickly as you can, because we have to talk fast, I want you to write all of these down. The first word is teamwork, and these may not all apply to you. Some of them may, some of them may not. You can either write all of them down, or you can just write down the ones that you think apply to you. But at the end, we're going to come up with 5. So teamwork is the first one. Perseverance is the next one. Hello, Joni. Honesty. The next one is curiosity. And I'll try to go slow. Zest, so Z-E-S-T. This next one's 3 words long. Appreciation of beauty. And Casey hates it when I'm talking while she's trying to write because I talk faster than she can write. Appreciation of beauty was that last one. Love. That should be easy to write. Humility. Humor. This one's long, so I'll go slow. Spirituality. Love of learning. Social intelligence. And if you all went to a physical workshop, you have these. If you went to a physical workshop, you have these. Let's see, I just said social intelligence. The next one is forgiveness. And I'm going really slow. Like when I'm talking to Casey, I'll go boom, 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 boom. Prudence. Judgment. Fairness. Hope. Creativity. Self-regulation. I'll give you all a minute to write that one down. Self-regulation. Bravery. Kindness. Perspective. Leadership. And gratitude. Okay, so while y'all are writing this down, I'm going to go back through them real quick. Teamwork, perseverance, honesty, curiosity, zest, appreciation of humor. I'm sorry, appreciation of beauty. Sorry, I was reading Myra's message at the same time. Yeah, sorry, appreciation of beauty, zest, if I didn't already say it, humor, love, humility, spirituality, love of learning, social intelligence, forgiveness, prudence, judgment. And I just realized, I think that's spelled wrong. I think they spelled that, pretty sure they spelled that wrong. I'm going to have to check that out. Anyway, fairness, hope, creativity, self-regulation, bravery, kindness, perspective, leadership, and gratitude. Okay, did everybody get them all written down? So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24, just like they said. Hello, Vicky. I know, Melissa. I think it's supposed to be with an E. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be with an E. Really, really very sure now that I look at it. Did not notice that the other night. Okay, so good. Nancy's already picked hers. Okay, so let's just talk about these for a second. Everybody, well, I shouldn't say none of us, probably, likely none of us is all 24 of these. Really? Oh, it really, Melissa, is without an E? Okay, I'll move on then. I'll get over it and I'll move on. Okay, but thanks for checking it though, because that was going to drive me crazy. But anyway, so probably none of us are all 24 of these. Some of us are going to have trouble picking 5. But I promise you, hello Susie, but I promise you at least 5 of these. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, I really would have thought that it was wrong. Okay, so good to know. Good to know, because I would have obsessed over that. Okay, so I doubt any of us are all 24. Some of us will have trouble even picking 5. Those are the people who actually should pick humility. Because if you have trouble picking 5 of these for yourself, then you probably need to write down humility. But yeah, but all of us are at least 5. There are at least 5 of these that for our weight loss journey, just for our journey through life, for a lot of these things that 5 of these would fit us. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to really think about these words. So I want you to really think about what these words mean, and I'll try really hard to go ahead and print them out this week, but I don't know. I'm again super far behind because we were busy in the showroom. which is a good thing. So that was my 30 days of thanks. Thank you for new customers. Thank you for being so busy. I couldn't get anything else done. But I want you to really think about these, like zest. I'm having trouble deciding what zest means. But teamwork, obviously, if you're going to a meeting, if you're going to a workshop, you're here with us. Teamwork is probably one of yours. Perseverance, if this is your third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, perseverance, that might be one of yours because you've never given up. Honesty, if you're tracking honestly, if you had a triple digit point day and you wrote it down and you admitted it and you tracked it and you moved on, honesty might be one of yours, might need to be one of yours. Curiosity, like I'm curious about different foods now. Some of the things that I eat now, I never, ever, ever, ever would have tried them if we had not, 5 that you are, Barbara. 5 things that you are that do fit you. So 5 things that would describe your WW journey. Okay, great. And Nancy says that zest equals excitement and interest. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so if you've got excitement and interest, that's awesome. So, but curiosity, I would say curiosity for me, because if we had not started Smart Points and then and gone on and so added these 200 0-point foods, I never would have tried some of these things. And so I'm extremely curious, about these things now. Then we've got zest. So again, zest is let me see, where did it go? Zest was excitement and interest. Loretta says it's energy. Appreciation of beauty. You appreciate how beautiful your food is now. You appreciate how you look in your current skin. If you can appreciate that. Humor. If some days you just go, oh, well, I had I'm going to say triple digits again, I had a triple digit day, but oh, well, if you can laugh and move on, or if you use humor, as a way to encourage people or encourage yourself, sometimes. Love, if you love being here with us, if you love the programs, you might use love. Humility, again, the people who couldn't think of 5, humility might be yours. If you're humble, about, your journey, and how you're doing. Spirituality, for some people, this is a spiritual journey. You could do that. Love of learning. I think that one's a big one for me because I am loving to learn. I'm loving to learn all these new things. And see, just like I'm super excited about the program changing tomorrow, most people would be like, no, don't want anything to change. I'm like super pumped because I love to learn new things. Social intelligence. My Christy just asked what that is. I don't really know. I have no idea. Does anybody know what social intelligence is? Forgiveness. Can you forgive yourself when you had that triple digit day? Can you forgive yourself when you ate M&Ms instead of having whatever you had packed for your lunch? If you can, maybe that one's yours. Prudence. If you are prudent in your decisions, if you're actually stopping, thinking, being prudent in those decisions, that might be you. Judgment. That doesn't mean you're judgmental. That does not mean that you are judgmental. Judgment just means that you have good judgment about what's going on. The things we talked about last week, with the exercise and the exercise myths, you could use some good judgment to know what those things are. Fairness, are you being fair to yourself? Are you, seeing Karen's excited about tomorrow too. So maybe the love of learning, and curiosity, Karen and I are on that one. But the fairness, are you being fair? Are you measuring things and getting as much as you should? Or are you just taking for granted that you know how much it is? Because sometimes when you weigh it or measure it, you find out you can actually have more than what you had doled out for yourself. Hope. Do you have hope that you're going to make it to goal? Do you have hope that you're going to make it to your meeting this week? Do you have hope that you're not going to freak out when you get the new program tomorrow? So maybe hope is yours. Hello, Michelle. Creativity. This has so opened up my our food selections, because I'm telling you, for 23 years or whatever, we ate the same things over and over and over, and over again. So this has really spurred my creativity. Self-regulation. Are you tracking? Are you self-regulating? Are you measuring and tracking, and regulating yourself? Bravery. Bravery, I think, is all of us, because we were brave enough to show up today. We were brave enough to try this. We were brave enough to let our apps update tomorrow. So that's pretty brave. Oh, we have 1 minute. Kindness. Are you being kind to yourself? Are you being kind to your fellow WWers? Perspective. Do you have a good perspective, of what's going on? Are you keeping everything in perspective? Leadership. Are you leading other people? Are you being helpful? Are you giving people advice on here? Are you leading other people? Aloha, Kathy. And gratitude. So the gratitude fits right into our 30 days of thanks. Are you being thankful for the opportunities that you're giving with this WW journey? Okay. And my Christy came back and said, social intelligence is the capacity to know oneself and to know others. Social intelligence develops from experience within. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that is your homework for this week. Your homework for this week is to pick 5 of those. So hopefully you got them all written down. The recipe this week does look really good if you got a chance to print out your weekly. But hopefully you got those all written down. And you're picking 5, so I see a lot of you all have already picked your 5. I will try to go back through tonight, but I'll try, hello Mindy, but I'll try really hard tomorrow to go find all of those and go ahead and give you your Bravo stickers here. But remember, if you're going to tag me, this is your homework for this week, to pick the 5. So if you didn't get the list, go back and listen again, because it will be at least tomorrow before I get that list posted. But pick your 5, post it, tag me in it so that I can see, and I can give you your Bravo stickers for your homework. Okay, tomorrow, real quick, let me say, tomorrow Alyssa and I are going to be in a Veterans Day parade. Thank you. We're going to be riding with the Model A Club, East Tennessee Model A Club, I think. So if you happen to be in Knoxville and if you happen to be watching the parade, don't know which color car we're riding in. It's either black. Which color car are we riding in, John? Don't know if you can hear me. It's either black with apple green wheels or it's green with yellow wheels. Anyway, you'll see if you're out tomorrow downtown Knoxville and see the parade, you'll see Alyssa. Hi, hello, hi. And let's face it, I'm just going to be there for crowd control to keep her in the car. But big thank you, big shout out to our veterans. Thank you everyone who has served. So we were super excited to be in that parade tomorrow. So, okay. So that is the end of our classroom portion. I hope everybody will remember, if you're just here for the classroom portion, that is A-okay. So I hope you will join us next week on the 17th. Because we will be talking about all things new program. And I'm going to take a quick break right now to get a drink, and then we will talk about our extra credit portion. So everybody who has been waiting on some of the things, some of the update from our, hello Jackie, some of the update from our WW on a budget. We're going to get some of those tonight. So going to take a quick break and we will be right back. So don't run off. If you wanted to stay for the extra credit portion, don't run off. The rest of you, start on your homework. I'll be right back. And Barbara, it's time for water. Barbara, how did your walk go today? Barbara, talk about your walk today while I'm taking my break. Yes, Tay, water. Okay, and we're back. So this is part 2 of, and I forgot to tell you the chat number. The chat number is, where is my weekly? The chat number is 147. And it was titled, Know Your Own Strengths. So this is the extra credit portion of that. Okay, so what we're doing for the extra credit portion is we are getting the quick 30-minute update of how WW on a budget is going. So a couple of things. First thing is, well, this started a few weeks ago. I don't remember what chat number it was. I'll have to go back and look at that. But it started actually several weeks ago now. It's probably been almost 8 weeks ago. Our family income was drastically reduced by choice because John has chosen to stay home and help take care of his mother. But so we had to put ourselves on a new budget. Part of that new budget was I cannot spend $100 every Sunday making food for the chats. So we have made food as we can, for the chats. Last week I think it was, we were talking about the oatmeal muffins, which those have been a big hit, and they are not. Oh no, Barbara says she's going to sleep listening because it was great, but she thinks she's too old to walk it. No, you're not too old to walk it. But anyway, so last week we did I think it was the muffins last week, and those went over really well. They are fairly inexpensive to make. So that one was a good one. But when we started this, first thing, I made a mistake. Well, not a mistake, but I was overzealous in my calculation of what our budget could be. There was no way that we could stay within that budget. You do still need to make a budget though. Try to make a budget. So even if you have to change your budget, start with a budget. Okay, but I'm gonna give you 10 tips tonight. The 10 things that I learned just in this last, I guess it's been probably almost 8 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks, but 10 things that I have learned, and this is not all and everything. I'll probably actually do a separate video for the WW on a budget, because there's a whole lot to it. There's a whole lot involved. But these are 10 things that we've learned so far on the, trying to stay on, WW, being on WW, but trying to stay on a budget. Okay, so the first thing that I learned was take an inventory. So first and foremost, you've got to know what you already have in your home. So that was crucial because I found out that I was double buying things, and Betty made 2 of the muffins this week. I was double buying things. So I went through and did a complete inventory, and I found out that I had doubles on, a lot of things. So I just stopped and I used my inventory first, and I used that inventory to go through some things. Oh, and thank you, Mindy. So Mindy, in case you didn't know it, my daughter, Casey, who fixes our chats and then uploads them to YouTube, she sells color. She's a Color Street nail rep. So y'all can actually order these from her. Yeah, it's colorstreetnails.com/CN Bohannon, I think. Anyway, I'll try to do the link later. But so taking an inventory, figuring out what I had so that we could use it. I mean, I had in the freezer, I think I had 5 things of bacon. 5 things of bacon in my freezer. I had 3 or 4 things of kielbasa, turkey kielbasa. And so I had too many repetitive things. So first thing is take an inventory. So if you're gonna do this in any way, shape, or form on a budget, take an inventory. Take an inventory first. The second thing was to get organized. So I completely redid we live in a loft. So we have this much room. So how do you double buy things, if you have this much room? But where I'm standing, this is all cabinet space underneath here. It's just it's a piece of furniture that we got, a few years ago, and I put a granite top on it because that's what we do. But I took everything out, took my inventory, put it all back in, organized it. I organized my shelves that I use for my pantry. And so now I have, I knew, by the time I got done, I knew how many cans of black beans I had. I had I think I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, I want to say I had 8 cans of black beans. And it's not like I had just gone to Costco and bought a case of black beans. I don't know why I had that many black beans. Now I'm down to 2. But also in my freezer, I took everything out. Hello, April. I took everything out and I threw away everything that was freezer burned, gross, dead. Oh gosh, Nancy says there's only 2 of them. They have 3 freezers. That's probably too much stuff, Nancy. Probably too much stuff. But I took it all out. If it was freezer burned, I just went ahead and said, well, I lost money on that one, and got rid of it. I threw it away because here's what's going to happen. If you don't weed through that stuff, then other things are going to die. Other things are going to get freezer burned, gross, and you're going to end up throwing them away. You're going to end up wasting more money in the long run if you don't go ahead and clean it out. I also found a little thing on Pinterest where people had taken their bags, so they're oh, Nancy's got a deer hunter in the family. Never mind, that makes total sense. But took their bagged frozen items, things that were not in a box, and on one of their wire shelves, they had taken binder clips and hung them. So I'll try to get Casey to put a picture of mine here. I'll try to get her to. She doesn't listen to the whole thing while she's doing this. But anyway, I hung them. So now not all of them, but many of the things that are in a bag, I kind of went like this and patted them down instead of being so crumpled and fat and taking up so much room in the freezer. Kind of, knocked all the frozen kernel corn together, whatever, knocked it down, made it a little bit flatter, and hung it up with binder clips. So that saved me a whole lot of room, and now I can see what I have, and I think it's going to be much less likely to get freezer burned too. Hello, Debbie, because it's hanging up. So get organized. Of course, taking an inventory first is going to help you get organized. 3, make a zero waste plan. So you're gonna have to get everybody on board with this. We were super bad about, if a banana got just a little bit too ripe, and none of us were gonna make anything out of it, we would check it. But I wasn't throwing any food in the garbage. I wasn't throwing food like that in the garbage. I was putting it in, in composting and stuff. So fruits and vegetables, putting in the composter. But, if a potato starts to get eyes on it, cut them off. Don't let them get too far, but cut them off and still use them. Bananas, now if we're not throwing away dead bananas or composting dead bananas, because now all of that money that's going to food has to go in our mouths. So it does not need to go. I can't afford to put dead bananas in the composter anymore. Those dead bananas have to go in our mouth. So now we're making the muffins with them, and the muffins that we made last week can be frozen. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, zero waste. So don't bring anything home and let it go bad. Don't bring anything home and forget to cut it up. Don't bring anything home, and forget to prep it or whatever you're going to do with it. But either use it, bake it up, and put it in something else, or freeze it. So you need to do something with it, but don't throwing it away is not an option. If you're going to be on a budget, no throwing it away. Okay, it needs to be thrown away in here. But don't eat it just to get rid of it. Like, you don't need to eat stuff that has, points just to get rid of it. Just make a plan. Get everybody on board. Okay, speaking of freezers, try frozen. So a lot of fruits and vegetables are flash frozen at their peak. So you don't have to go buy all these expensive all these expensive fresh things. It's nice to have fresh fruit, and some things, if they're not in season, don't buy them fresh anyway, because they're not going to be as good. So a lot of things are just as good and just as good for you. Wait, Nancy says, good point, Kelly. Eat it, stop stocking it. Yeah, we're talking to me. And Nancy has a gallon of bananas in the freezer. That is so funny. Yep, and Karen used up all of her ripe bananas to make 1 point oatmeal muffins. Bam! You need to 1 point. You need to post that recipe. But anyway, try frozen. So you can get, a lot of times there are deals on things in the frozen section. You can get bigger bags. Like if you are going through a lot of like we go through a lot of the frozen vegetable, the soup blend mix. We go through a lot of that because I use that in casseroles and in soup. So sometimes I buy a bigger bag of that, but a lot of those are sometimes actually better. Like lima beans, I think are better frozen. I think those are better, if you get them out of frozen. Sometimes I prefer green beans. I do love canned green beans. Sometimes I do like green beans that have been frozen. So, and Jennifer says, could you use banana instead of applesauce for the oatmeal muffins? Oh yeah. If it's the ones that we made last week, we either used a banana or applesauce or pumpkin. So you could use any of those. But yeah, a lot of times the frozen things, are better. I buy frozen corn. I buy frozen, again, like the lima beans. Anyway, some things are better frozen instead of in a can, or sometimes, even fresh. Okay, so, and that saves a lot of money, because you can get them on sale. You can wait for sales to come, and you're not spending so much on fresh. And again, they are frozen. They're flash frozen when they're fresh, and hopefully they were in season, so they are more delicious. And y'all are eating so many pumpkin muffins. Yeah, Sylvia had the pumpkin muffin today. Yay! Okay, and Jackie's telling us how to make so Jackie says a mashed banana. Mash the bananas with cocoa powder and powdered peanut butter. Oh, do you freeze that or anything, Jackie? Because that sounds really good. Well, it sounds really good. And Stacy says she loves frozen over canned. Yeah, there's some things that I like canned, like Allen's green beans. Love them canned. And if they're on sale, I buy them. Okay, so except the next one. So that was number 4. Number 1 is take an inventory. Number 2 was get organized. Number 3 is make a zero waste plan and get everybody involved. Number 4 is try frozen. Number 5 is accept offers to help. Okay, that one was a hard one for me. So first of all, admitting to people that we were on this super tight budget now, because we have always been, in the past, we have always been oh, you all are getting pizza today, here, let me pay for that. Oh, you all are getting such and such today, let me pay for that. Or here, let me provide the bananas for today, or let me do, whatever. Well, we're not in that position right now. We will be again someday, but hopefully. But we are not in that position right now. So accepting help from others, has been hard. But we're learning how to do it. But if you have people, this is not a time. So whether you're on a budget by choice or, hello Carol, so whether you are on a budget by choice or circumstances, if it's short term or long term, or if it's always term, if you've always had to be on a top budget, you're gonna have to suck it up and accept some help. And we're having to do that. So now people that are, offering to assist, we're taking assistance. People who are offering to feed us, as long as it is not blowing up my WW plan, we are accepting it. We have started making a communal meal at work once a week. We've had soup one week, and we were having soup again this week, and we will all contribute to that instead of me providing everything. Let's see, John's had a couple of times that friends from his old job have taken him to eat, and they have paid for his meal. So we have appreciated that, or they have bought a little extra, to help out, or like Casey has been offering to buy Alyssa's milk, or to provide, some of her things, when she stays with me on Mondays. So I'm gonna say accept offers to help, or gift cards like people have been giving us. We've gotten some gift cards and we've gotten some coupons for some deals off of things. So yeah, you're just gonna have to learn how to accept some help. Okay, number 6. I just said the word coupons. Number 6. Don't use deals just to use them. So if you go to the store and if it says, oh wait, hold on a second. Jackie says to top with lilies, 1 banana, 1 tablespoon cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, freezer on wax paper. I'm coming back around to that one. Okay, because I have all of that already, and I know that because I took my inventory. Okay, so like deals, don't do deals just to do them. So there are some food delivery things, I'm just going to call them that, that people keep giving me. People that are, yes, and Lynn's exactly right, just say thank you. You don't have to make a big deal about it. Just say thank you. Don't turn these people down because you might be stealing your blessing. Just remember that too. Okay. So they don't do a deal, don't use deals just to use them. So I've been given several coupons for starter things, or like you get the first 3 free, or you're going to get, and Nancy, we're literally going to come right back to that subject in just a second. Or like, get to the store and it says, buy one, get one free. And I'll go, oh, that's buy one, get one free. And then I have to remember a discussion that I had with my grandmother years ago. I had her at the grocery store. She was probably 85 years old. And I had her at the grocery store, and she picked up 2 of the biggest bags of cheese balls that you've ever seen. And I said, Granny, what are you going to do with those? What are you going to do with those? And she said, they're buy one, get one free. And I said, do you eat cheese balls? Do you eat cheese balls? And she said, well, no. And I said, then why are you getting them? And she goes, because they're buy one, get one free. Don't buy stuff just because it's buy one, get one free. Don't sign up for continuous food delivery things just because you got the first month free. It's hard to get out of them. It's hard to get out of those. And in my opinion, they're not that good of a deal. Yeah, I don't think they're that good of a deal. Now, if you're getting them because it's delicious food and because it's helping you not have to make a decision about what to eat, like Karen's doing a great one right now, Hello Fresh, I think. It's working out great for her family because she's getting good, yummy food. But just be careful. Those are not necessarily money savers. And Debbie says, I would say everyone should be on a budget because you never know when your job's going to be gone. Okay, Debbie, so true. So we are spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten, yeah. And this is about the 5th or 6th time that we've had to be on a really tight budget. And it's so easy to forget. But it also has made us practice. It has helped us to practice for this moment so that it wasn't as painful, time number 6. And we could look back and remember all the times that we were the ones that could say, we'll get that, we'll pay for that, or whatever. So we could be somebody else's blessing. And now it's our turn to let somebody else, bless us. Okay. So don't get a deal just because it looks like a deal. Okay. remember, we talked about this last week, fitness can be free. So just because you had a gym membership doesn't mean you have to keep your gym membership. I know that might be good, and if you want to squeeze that into your budget, if that's something that you do want to be in your budget, then certainly find a way to keep that in your budget. But fitness doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to pay for it. You can use canned goods, as weights. You can use your own body weight. Who was that exercise person? Was it Jack LaLanne? Is that who that was? Jack LaLanne, that literally was like the picture of fitness and never picked up a weight, never went to a gym, never ran. I mean, it was all just his own weight bearing things. Pretty sure that's who it was. Somebody let me know. But yeah, so fitness can be free. It can be free. You do not have to pay money for it. Don't have to pay money for it. Utilize free resources. There are a ton of free resources out there. I hope that everyone can have WW in their budget, but you know what? If you can't have WW in your budget, if that's just not, it was Jack LaLanne. Okay, good. Sylvia and Teresa say yes, it was. Yeah. So if you don't have, and Nancy says it was calisthenics and body exercises. Okay, and Betty says, yeah, so I was right. Yay. Oh yeah, and Barb says there's lots of free YouTube videos. So that's exactly it. Use free resources. So hopefully everybody can afford to go to WW, but if you can't, then don't worry about it. Don't stress out about it. There are lots of other free things to do, and then you can come back when you can, and and hopefully you will be able to. So we have this free every Sunday night. I hope to goodness, hope that you all are sharing this with other people, because there are, let me think. I think there's like over 1 million WW members, but that also means that there's probably another 1 million people that can't join, either because they can't afford it, they're not in an area where they can do it, it's not available to them. There are some countries where they don't have WW available, or just for whatever reason they can't do it right now. So hopefully you all are sharing this so that other people can do this. This is free. I do not charge for this. We enjoy having a meeting every week, so this, as long as I don't spend $100 on groceries, to have the chat, I don't mind to do this. My time is here, I'm available to do this. So, but use your free resources. The library is a wealth. Nobody but Casey goes to the library anymore. The library is a wealth of information. Some libraries even still have magazines, so maybe you can pick up a WW magazine, and flip through it and get some ideas. You can find out about the new plan here. You can use other online resources. They are, well, thank you, Nancy. But there are other online resources. But go to the library. Even if you are, even if you're having to look back on an old program, being on some programs better than being on no program. Facebook groups. There's all kinds of Facebook groups. We've got our closed group, and thank you, Betty. This is our meeting. Oh man. Well, Debbie, they can look at old WW magazines. Okay, shows you how long it's been since I've looked at one. But recipe books, you can go, you can look at those. Go to bookstores. But Facebook groups, just be sure you're in one that's kind. I'm in a couple that sometimes I'm afraid to, and thank you, Myra. Sometimes I'm afraid to post something because they're like, quick. Find one that's kind. So even if you don't want to be in ours, and we would love to have you in ours, but just find one where you're kind and you'll be supportive of each other. Okay, so ours is a closed group. If you do ask to join, remember to answer the 3 questions. I can't let you in if you don't do the questions. Do follow people. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michelle just segued right into that for me. Thank you, Michelle. Done. Instagram and Facebook. So Instagram, oh my gosh, Nancy said, this is a Kelly Love Fest. Hee hugs. Thank you. And thank you, Sylvia. Yes, well, no, I appreciate you all. Thank you. And thank you, Debbie. What was I going to say? Instagram, if you look up the hashtag, so hashtag, if you don't know how to do Instagram, that's a whole nother chat, but you can look up hashtag WW, you can look up hashtag Weight Watchers, you can look up hashtag weight loss, there's all kinds of things. And then once you kind of hit on it, thank you, Alicia, I appreciate y'all too. Once you kind of once you kind of do it, once you kind of hit on it, then you'll start following some people that you can follow all the time. WW Connect, if you are able to join and be online, thank you, Renee. I think everybody is pretty kind. You know, on Connect, if you are able to continue your online, or if you're able to continue going to meetings, you know, it's another great place, and it's, you know, it's free. Hello, Teresa. Teresa hasn't been live with us in forever, so hello, Teresa. But yeah, so utilize those free resources. Utilize them, and this too. So if you have been watching this, and if you have, if this has been helpful, please share it with somebody. Please share it with somebody. You know, because for every one of us, there's another one of us somewhere that just doesn't know, and for whatever reason can't afford it, can't go, can't attend, lives in the mountains of Turkey, because we do have one person who lives in the mountains of Turkey and just can't go to a meeting. But yeah, so if you are doing that, if you're watching it on YouTube later, you just share it, subscribe, share, comment. But yeah, please share these because they're free. They are free. Okay, then the next thing, use cash. So don't know how many of y'all have done Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace. Don't know how many of you all like or dislike him. Don't care. I hate to say I don't care, but it doesn't really matter if you do like Dave Ramsey or don't like Dave Ramsey. One thing that he said that is absolutely true, I don't care who you are, use cash. If you use cash for things, you will spend less money. So what I did that very first week, I had a brand new crisp $100 bill. A brand new crisp $100 bill. Thank you, Rita. I had anyway, crisp $100 bill, and I put it in the little mesh pouch that was on my that's on the inside of my Trader Joe's freezer bag, the cooler bag. And that's all I had. That's all I had with me. And my goal was to spend $25 that week, because again, I had already taken an inventory and I had gotten organized. So I knew that at least for the first 3 weeks that we could do $25 a week. That I knew for at least the first few weeks that we could do $25 a week. So that's all I had was the $100 bill. So I did, let's see, the very first week we did $24.78. You can see that, and I used my cash, and then I put my change back in there. The second week I did $32.73, and then I put my change back in there. And then the third week I did, let's see, $28.06. So I did pretty well. I will tell you this, I put some things back that I thought, oh, I don't have enough cash for that. I'm not going to have enough cash to buy that. If I had been swapping a card, sticking it, and you don't swap them anymore, I don't guess, like chipping a card. If I had been sticking my card in there, I promise you that would have been double, at least double. Now, I'm not going to pretend like we made it on $25 a week every single week. Remember, I had a freezer full of stuff, because remember I had to go through and organize it. I had a pantry full of stuff, but because I had cash, I stuck pretty close, stuck pretty close to my budget. Okay, so try to use cash if you can. And let's see, the last thing is to clip or not to clip. And Dusty's getting ready to have a meltdown. But to clip or not to clip. Okay, so coupons. Coupons are I don't know. I think they're a blessing, and they are for me, sometimes a downfall. So I did not this year, not during this trip, but one of the other times that we were on a super tight budget, we went to an extreme coupon. I spent the money and went to an extreme couponing class, got the big book, was getting all the newspapers. I had everybody but I had everybody on board with me, and I had everybody I knew was bringing me their stacks of coupons. We were going through clipping, making big lists, every week. We were buying all this stuff, doing all this stuff. And I have to tell you, and I was doing CVS, and we were getting all the free toothpaste, and all that other stuff. And I have to tell you, I spent more money while I was couponing than when I didn't coupon. I don't do it anymore. I tended to buy things that we didn't need. I tended to hoard things, and I don't use that term lightly. I was hoarding things. Nobody needs to have 12 tubes of toothpaste. I was spending $20 and $30 at CVS and to get my free toothpaste. I didn't need all this other stuff that I was buying. I didn't need 12 packs of Bravery. I had like I mean, I had razor blades for everybody. So we were getting razor blades, toothpaste. I'm trying to think what all we were buying. But anyway, it was just all this stuff, you know, because you went through the CVS thing and scanned it and you separated your buggies and did all this stuff. Okay, we were spending an enormous amount of time doing it, and I spent a ton of money. So to those of you who coupon and who are successful with couponing, my hat is off to you. Congratulations on, you know, figuring out how to do that. I have chosen not to coupon. Doesn't save me any money, doesn't save me any time. So those are my 10 things. Those are my 10 WW on a budget tips. So certainly not everything, but at least hopefully it'll get you started. It doesn't really matter how much, you know, like Debbie said earlier, it doesn't really matter how much you're making. We are in, if you're here with me in the United States, we are in one of the best countries on the planet, but also one of the most spoiled countries on the planet. So I think we all need to be aware. We all need to step it back a notch, you know. And even if you're not in a tight spot right now, I think it's a habit that we, you know, that we could all get into and just be a little more responsible with our money. So anyway, those are 10 tips. 10 tips for WWing on a budget. I'm so happy that you all were here this week. If you were watching this with us on YouTube, please do, I always forget which one is which. I think up here is subscribe. Might be watch the next video, don't remember. Then we've either got subscribe or watch the next video here, and then we have order Spreadshirts here. So anyway, whichever one is which, I hope you will do that. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you will share this with somebody who needs it. You might not know. You might not know who it is. You know, every day that's what I hope and pray for, is that I can be a blessing to somebody, even if I don't find out who they are. But yeah, so I hope you'll share it. I hope you'll share it with somebody, even if you don't know who they are. I hope everybody will try this budgeting thing out. And I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Okay, let's see. Wait, Vicki says, can you do a chat on meals on a budget? Yeah, we can plan that for, you know, for some time in the near future. But I wanted to give you all these tips first. But I cannot wait until next week. Cannot wait to talk to you. And you all are a blessing to me, Vicki. But I cannot wait until next week to talk about the new plan. It's going to be exciting. So Dusty's getting ready to have an epic meltdown. Let's get him over here to say goodnight. Come here, buddy. Don't know what he's hoo-hooing about. I think maybe it's because Daddy's already in the bed. Maybe. Come here, buddy. Okay. So Dusty would like to say good night, everybody. Y'all have an awesome and amazing week. Don't forget to do your homework. Don't forget to tag me in it. And yeah, watch the next video if you're watching this on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so that you'll know when we have new videos. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.